Porchson. This is the Porchboard Bass. This is our newest model. We've been making porch boards for a little over 10 years. They used to be solid body only. This one is called our UCLS model. It has a frequency response switch that helps match up to whatever frequency the amplifier is capable of doing. On the low end, it gives the good boom like a subwoofer would provide, but if you have a smaller guitar amp that doesn't have the capability of doing the low end, you can plug this into that amplifier, flip the switch, and whatever frequencies that amplifier can produce is what you're going to get.
It picks up.
It picks it up.
So it adapts to the amplifier.
Exactly. And a lot of amplifiers do not have the capability of doing the low end, but at least it's usable. You'll get something percussive that you can use. The idea is I'm holding it, it's a little hard to see what it is, but you put it on the floor, put your heel here, and you tap.
Right.
And it gives out a real low, good percussive thump. It's unique in the fact that it's analog. It sounds like a wonderful bass drum, except that bass drums have a resonant surface, which makes miking them really difficult to get a lot of feedback. There's no feedback. There are no batteries, no transistors. It plugs directly in, doesn't need its own power source. It plugs into the amplifier, or in this case we're using a small home stereo powered subwoofer because they're less expensive, so easier to carry.
So it's like kind of like a giant pickup.
Well, the pickup here, there's, see that?
Right.
That's called a proximity sensor. We didn't want to use a regular musical pickup because they're fragile.
Right.
A lot of them have crystals and you bounce.
Yeah,
this is just
stomp on it and
yeah,
it's over.
this is going to be on the floor, boom, 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 a lot. So what we use is a proximity sensor. It was actually developed by the automobile industry to pick up gear teeth in a large transmission. So we can laughingly say it's good for 200,000 miles, but mostly it's durable. We wanted something that it's going to last for your lifetime and then some. And we use a composite lumber. It's actually recycled. It's kind of like the idea of save the trees, but also save the landfill.
Right.
It's recycled plastic and hardwood sawdust. It'll last forever. It's extremely durable. And again, it's not as elegant. We have mahogany ones that we make, but we don't encourage you to buy the mahogany ones because this is going to be on the floor with your foot.
Right.
Might as well be made of the most durable product you can find with a sensor that's perfect. I mean, we've never had a sensor fail.
And it's not particularly heavy.
No. And it breaks down. Another feature that we added over the years is that these come undone. You can actually take it apart, and it's compact then in the carry case. It breaks down to this size.
Oh.
So for traveling, it's much more compact. And when you have it apart like this, you may decide that you want to use a smaller heel rail. It gives you more floor space, and you can just use the same hardware. Here's the hardware. It comes apart relatively easy. You would put the small heel rail through, using the same hardware, stick it through here, and then you have what we call our stand-up model. You can only use one foot with it, but you have more floor space for your boom or whatever else you happen to need.
Fabulous. Porchboard Bass, and it's EnRoute Music.
It's EnRoute Music is the name of the company. There's a list of some of my. I'm very, very lucky. I get to meet all these wonderful people, and if you see there, we have like Ricky Rocket of Poison, and Brad Davis, and John Kay of Steppenwolf, and some of the other, some of my favorites. I get to walk up and I say, "Hey, you have a porch board." So how exciting is that? When we started doing the porch board, we're doing a program for children. And I was trying to do this program for an assembly with like 300 kids. If you play the guitar, no matter how good you are, with 300 children, you cannot keep the attention.
Right.
They want boom.
Right.
And they want time. And they want percussion. And they want beat. And there was nothing that was analog and amplified and player controlled. All of the things that we needed, there wasn't anything on the market like it. I said, all right, let's make something. Have you actually tried it?
I have not, no.
All right. Do you still have that running?
Sure do.
Let's do something here. We're going to do that. But enjoy that. It's a fun thing. We have music teachers who say that people who have a hard time getting the rhythm and playing, using a metronome, they can't hear it. So if you tap on it with that, it helps you develop the rhythm and develop the beat. It's a nice learning tool that way. And normally it takes, for some people sit down and it's like they've been playing forever. Some people have to, because they're not used to hearing their foot, it throws them off. And after about a half an hour of just playing, it's like all of a sudden then they're, because you can only concentrate on something for so long. So after like a half an hour, they just like, it comes naturally.
Cool. No, I think so. I know it would take me a while to get used to it, but I think especially for, you know what I think would be really neat? There's a lot of people I know that do they're like kind of solo musicians, because these days it's tough for people to get like a band out on the road. It's expensive.
Yes.
So there'll be a guy with an electric guitar and he'll have some other stuff with him. But the one thing they're missing is like kind of bringing that sort of thing in. I think is a great idea.
You would think that would be exactly what everybody's using it for.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, I play bass in Porchboard. I am the rhythm section.
So you're
It
doing
adds
them.
to the boom. We have a lot of drummers that are using it now because you can't. It's very, very difficult to mic a bass drum. This all you do is tap on it and plug it in.
Yeah, especially in a small room, it would be neat.
Because you can also turn the volume down,
Right.
and it's easy to travel.
Yeah, you can't tell a drummer to turn the volume down on the bass drum.